I've done a couple more little videos, and I think that they were just a little bit dark. So anyway, I had a beautiful equestrian group in today and we had some fun. And I'm going to run through the little repertoire that we went through with them, and we're going to start with the little blue balls again. So if you can make sure you've had your warm up, etc. You're going to take yourself onto the side in a really long body. I'll actually move my big fat ball out of the way. And I want you to pull. You've got your ear, shoulder, hip and knee, and you're trying to pull your waistline off. And just give a couple. So again, you would do more than this. So rest the head, ear, shoulder, hip, knee and ankle in line. As you press into the ball, shoulder down, try to maintain pulling that waist line off the mat. So you'll be doing, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 12. Then if you wanted to bring in still pulling off, you can press and left and hold. Pressing down into the ball and left and hold. So again, you could do anywhere 8, 10, 12. Then you could take the feet to the diagonal. Again, check the shoulder down. And this was quite fun what we did today, trying to keep the waistline off and keeping your plumb line. Is then flexing forward, press and release the ball. Flexing forwards, and each time you're just going a little bit further, but you're keeping everything stable. So again, you have 8 to 12, flexing or pointing, or flexing back and then pointing forwards. And not raising it, really being mindful of what you're doing. And press down. To pull back and press down. So again, that was the side ones there, lifting, that was on an angle, that was forwards and that was back. The easiest way to do, which is quite good for the girls, was do a knee and then press back. And pull a knee in, hello gorgeous, and press back. Pull a knee in and press back. And pull a knee in and press it. That was easier than having the long leg. Transition, you could come over, place, oh, I'm being done by my babies. Okay, enough's enough. Holding it here. Oh God, out, go, shoo, go. Sorry about that. Okay, so you've got it in there by your chest, placing it down to transition to press and lift off the ball. Bottom bracing, scapula down your back, and you're lifting and you're lowering. Keep the pelvis up and down. Obviously, maybe you might have the hips slightly off depending on you can always challenge yourself and lift and to lower. Keep that head in line with the spine and press again. You could take that out to swimming and lift and lower, but keep the body up, keep the body up. And keep the body up. Again, obviously then you could come back, have a nice little long stretch right here, and then obviously you can take it onto the other side to do the double leg lifts, lift with the leg, pushing up. So I'll do a couple this way, just so you can get that again. So this would be onto the other side, adjust it, ear, shoulder, so that would be the pushing up, and you really are desperately trying to get and lengthen through the whole of the body, and then you can lift and lower, stabilising and pressing into the ball. And then you've got your feet on the diagonal here, shoulders down, flex, press the ball and stretch through and flex through and press through. Anywhere from about 8 to 10. And if you can draw these down and then select which ones you want to do to remind you of little Ellis Larry stickmen. But again, it's all about drawing that powerhouse off, and then you can always come up and have a nice long stretch. We had some fun as well today, and it was just to prove a point about being really stable in that powerhouse. We placed the ball off foot or the ankle on, and trying to keep, if you imagine you've got a tray, glasses of bolly, I'd rather be drinking it than actually wearing it. So we placed it and it was easy. So I squared myself up in my quadruple with a flat back and trying to keep that pelvis lovely and straight without hip hiking or twisting. And to actually roll the ball in with a flat back. And this is really challenging, keeping that flat back and keeping square, to pull in and to take back. So this was an interesting one for the girls today. And it was just about perfecting and stabilising and being more mindful, and the ball was doing some funky things. Then we brought in a round back with a with the flexion. So then we came into the round back, which enables like rolling like a ball, and then to lengthen up, rolling like the ball with the round back. And again, you could do anywhere from 8 to 10, but do lots of precision with it. Be mindful, don't rush them. And then obviously you can change legs. So you might want to start off with the ball out, adjust the body first, and check before you start to come in with the long. And it's so difficult to keep that flat back and the shoulders square, powerhouse engaged. And then think about when we do rolling like a ball, head nod, head lift, scoop and roll in. And then to lengthen up and through. And then repeat that again. And try 8 to 10 times. And then we had such fun today with, so it's just to remind the girls that they can click on this and think, oh, I remember that, and just jot it down. We had 2 on, but my legs were really sweaty on the ball. So we came off, and then it was extending out just below the knees, and then flat back in, and then extending, and Pilates pointing, and then obviously adding the round back in, and then back to lengthen. So again, you can have anywhere from 8 to 10 of each, just jot them down, draw them down, and then keep repeating them. So that was quite fun that we did with them. And then we took it into taking ourselves up, shoulders down, squeezing and pressing and lengthening. And squeezing, it's really hot today, squeezing and pressing, and then taking it into a flat back double arm raise. And it's about, imagine, keep the shoulders, your scapulas into your imaginary pockets at the back. You could even take this and then flat back and to pull up, a squeeze, a lovely lengthening, maybe a slight head nod and a head lift as you go, and keeping everything squeezed. Maybe trying it with the legs together, very dynamic and down. All the Pilates principles are in here. And press long. And then it was taking it into a round back, back into a long back, into a round back. So this just like really helps when you're long and you're up. And another one that we actually brought in, which they found really hard, which they have to do when they're sat on the saddle, but obviously they were sat parallel legs, not sat on a horse, and it's so hard to pull yourself all the way up to sit up with that. The easiest way they found it, actually, the equestrian beauties, was to press here and sit up, and really lengthening to lengthen to lift up, which is what you have to activate when you're on your GG, isn't it, to lift the lengthen. And they say they can hold it for about 30 seconds, and the horse is going, yeah, and then 30 seconds, it goes, and the horse is going, like that. So this is really good just to draw in to lengthen up. And again, think about the scapula, pick up the shoulders and let them roll back and down to lengthen. And keep drawing up, you've got lateral breathing, you're right on your sit bones. Think about the elevator door closing, pelvic floor is the elevator floor to draw up. And teach yourself this is a normal position to be in, standing, walking, driving on your horse, and just breathe. And again, little fingers would be by the seam of the trouser. That's quite hard, and each time you're getting lengthen. So Pilates is about moving, constantly moving. So you are constantly trying to lengthen and lengthen and lengthen and lengthen and breathe. And it really gets the weak areas because it's so easy to sit and roll back. We did rolling like a ball, which was just so fabulous. And they tried it all different ways. They tried rolling like a ball from here, rolling like a ball. They had the balls under here, which they found the hardest, and tucked up in here. So even just balancing, and to roll down, to roll up, roll down, to roll up. You could do arm circles and to come up, arm circles and to come up. Amalgamate exercises, double arm to shoot, double arm. So you can actually mix and match a couple of the exercises together, but as long as they naturally just sort of flow through, really. Then we took it into the 100, and we started off with the ab pro, which was again an interesting thing for them to centre. Just think that's your head nod, your head lift, pelvic tilt, and pull up and hold the ab pro and float down. Try this with feet together, feet hip distance. And then this will encourage, when you're doing your full roll up, your full roll down. Maybe adjust the legs slightly. Maybe bring in some arms, that you do a slight double arm and to pull up to hold it number 4 and to go back down. So even if you can't do the full roll up, roll down, this could be, but you pause and you're holding. You could bring the legs together to be dynamic. And then maybe this will flow onto the single leg teaser. You don't have to come all the way up to the single leg teaser and all the way back down. You can just stay here and back down. 4 of one, try the other leg. 4 of the other. Is one side more stronger than the other? It's not momentum. It's not momentum. And float down. You've got your roll up, roll down. Again, you could come into number 4. Down. Come up to a flat back. To lift and lengthen up. And then start to articulate and float all the way back down. Again, so you could come into a spine stretch forward, so you're flowing. And float all the way back down. Again, we had rolling, rock up or roll up. You had the double leg, which I just thought was great with the ball. Roll down. So try to let all your Pilates just flow. Try to let everything just flow. Lower left. Be in control. Don't rush it. Don't jerk it. So there's just a few there that we went through today. Try to balance things with having exercises on the side, having a stretch out, lying on your tummy, lying on your back. So try to balance it. Don't just do everything lying on your back. And again, you can do these things with the big balls. Everything that we've just done with the small balls, you can do on the big balls. The 100 was interesting for the ladies. And the half roll back was interesting as well, trying to educate. We were just here in rolling like a ball. Keep that position, half roll back. Back into roll like a ball, but your feet are on the mat. You could add a twist here and reach more and more and more. And come back into roll like a ball. And twist and twist and twist. And to come up and back, like roll like a ball. So it's all about shapes in space. And again, you could stay here and reach and twist even more. Twist and twist and twist. And then we had the 100, like I said, we had the ab prep to start with. So it's all about shapes and space and about progressing up. So I got them to come up to stay in their ab prep and give me dynamic arms. You're pressing the flubber balls, pelvic tilt, gentle head nod looking up. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. I asked them to go into tabletop so the feet could be right here or slightly up. Patella in line, inhaling and exhaling, and all the time pulling up. Then I asked them to extend their legs and pull the legs in towards them, inhaling and exhaling. You could flex the feet here, which is just so great. You could do a Pilates point lateral rotate right here. Too much, you can pop the ball underneath that head. You can take the legs down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, point flex, lateral rotate. You could have medially rotate here in your 100. You can play and you can do anything. And then you can pull yourself up, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. And then control all the way back down. And you might want to give yourself a little roll 2. We went into the Pilates plank as well. And we ended up with lots and lots of stretches for hands and quads, regular stretches. So we went into our half press up today, which was great fun. And we had one of the ladies, his brother-in-law, and he was so funny. It was such a wonderful session today. And you can extend the leg and take it back, extend the leg and drop it back. Again, stabilize, concentrate, control. Nothing else is moving on the body into a full plank. Let it flow into a downward dog, back into a nice positive plank. So let everything flow, one movement into the other. Draw your little Ellis Larry stickman on a piece of paper, pop it near you, and just remind you, so as you're about to transition into the next exercise, and you know what you're doing, and just keep it flowing. Keep it flowing. Add dynamicness in. And again, and keep that down. You could stay here and drop. So you're in the same position. Double and drop. Or hold it. And take it back and have a great stretch there. You could, our lovely stretches with the piriformis, which is really important for the riders, which you're here, so you could start right here and just hold it and relax, and everybody's relaxed. You could lift it off, you could shoot through and hold it through, press against and hold it, and it's about the posture. Again, you could have the ball underneath your head. If you want to develop the stretches, it's a good 30 seconds or more minutes to hold them, and each time you're progressing more and progressing more and progressing more. You could be here if it was impossible to do, or you could be right here, or just stay right here. Loads of stretches, upper body stretches, and then you've got your regular ones. You could stretch here, take this into a bit more of a yoga position if you wanted to do, transition into a hamstring, take the legs slightly out. Remember, you'd be staying in these for at least a couple of breaths, inhaling and exhaling. I'm just running through them just to give you a little idea of what we did today, and jot it all down. And again, you could do your side bends right here, inhaling and exhaling and turning, keeping the hip bones, inhaling and exhaling. I don't think you can ever not do Pilates and not do like press-ups or do the plank. It's really good to be. You could do double arm float, scoop, roll down to roll up. You're going down, really scoop. I'm over that farmer's painted gate, and as you come up you can take it into flexion, and then scoop and roll down halfway again. Don't have to touch the mat, and let everything flow. So flowing and flowing and flowing. So that should give you some great ideas. Loads of exercises there, but a little bit more, not so much a sensual mat though on there. That was more taking it up into the intermediate. But well done today, and see you soon. Let me know if you want anything else, any other ideas. Thank you.